Don't be touching me.
Hi. Thanks, guys. I'm Andrea Falcone. I'm the maid of honor, and Chris is the best man. We're going to go ahead and give our toast to both Minji and Dave. I met Minji on a play date I had with a classmate of mine, Jessie, in the 4th grade. Jessie had her cousin in town, and along came Minji. Little did I know, on that day, the kind of impact that girl would come to have in my life. Today, 15 years later, that little girl is not only my best friend, but one of my biggest supporters, and in time has become one of the sisters that I never had. In getting to know her throughout these past 15 years, I've come to realize that Minji's life consists of taking risks, trying new things, always standing up for what she believes is right, and never failing to create a new adventure. Dave, the payoff in having this kind of best friend and life partner is absolutely amazing. For you both, I hope that through the years, you learn to laugh with your whole body, love with your whole heart, and live the most extraordinary life together. And if you should encompass a life and marriage with those 3 things, I know that 50 years from now, to this very day, you'll be in a stage much like this one, hopefully with all of the same people, celebrating yet another day in your adventure. Dave, what you'll know then is what I know now, that no one's story and no one's speech can ever put into words that this girl beside you has rocked your world, changed your life, and how very lucky you are that she chose you to be her best friend forever.
Need a mop and a bucket?
Yeah, please. Mom, hold on to. And a makeup artist, please.
I stand up here overcome with emotion, and it's left me speechless, which is a bit inconvenient at this precise moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree, this has turned out to be a brilliant wedding celebration. I'd like to start by thanking everyone on behalf of the bride and groom for sharing their wedding day. And I'd also like to say that the bridesmaids look absolutely smashing today, and only rightly outshone by our bride, Minji. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, gentlemen, today is a sad day for single men. As another beauty leaves the available list, and ladies, I'm sure you'll agree that today is passing by without much of a ripple. It really is an honor to be Dave's best man, because to me, Dave Maida is one of the best men I know. He's a great guy, a true friend, and a lifelong confidant. Since meeting him in junior high, I've known Dave for the better part of 12 years, and we were always together from the start. We were really more like brothers than anything else. In fact, I believe Dave Sr. tried multiple times to claim me and the other groomsmen on his taxes, to no avail. Dave and I have spent countless nights out tearing up the local bars and clubs, catching movies, wandering around the city, and chasing girls. Often ending said adventures telling jokes and busting each other's hump over disco fries at the diner. Now, with all these countless nights out in the town, you'd think I have some pretty funny and embarrassing stories to share with you tonight. Well, I tell you, I have racked my brain for embarrassing anecdotes about Dave to include in this speech. Unfortunately, nothing springs to mind. This may be due to Dave's model behavior, or perhaps my memory is fading. Then again, I'm skipping the traditional embarrassing stories of the groom's past because, well, frankly, they all involve me. On the other hand, maybe Dave is just paying me good money to keep my mouth shut. You can decide. However, you'll find that my memory does improve with alcohol, and I will be at the bar later. One of the proudest moments of my life was when I was there to see Dave graduate from the police academy. To see Dave follow my footsteps just 2 short years later was a joy that was almost indescribable as his best friend and also as his brother in blue. Dave is a strong and dedicated man in his profession and in his life, and who will make a loyal and loving husband and sometime in the future a caring and devoted father. He's blessed with an excellent sense of humor, but he's also a man of common sense and rare natural wit, which I know will see him through any challenging times in the years ahead. Dave and Minji share some core values, and I am sure that their relationship will continue to grow. Dave has told me that he thinks of Minji often when away from her, especially when on duty when he handcuffs someone. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I know that no other woman has ever made such an impression on him. When Dave and Minji got together, all their friends knew they had something special, and they knew that this day was only a matter of time in coming. So to both of you, from me, you make a wonderful couple, and I know you're going to be very happy together. And Minji, if there was ever going to be one person to bring Dave into line, I'm so glad it was you. We've had some great times as single lads, but I don't think Dave has ever been happier than when he's been with you. Dave, well done, brother. You have a wonderful wife, which is no more than you deserve. Before I finish, I'd like to ask Dave and Minji to participate in the speech now. Minji, if I can ask you to place your hand flat on the table in front of you. And Dave, if you would place your hand directly on top of Minji's. Now, Dave, I need you to look deep into her eyes and remember and cherish this moment forever, because it's the last time you'll ever have the upper hand. Now the toast. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and privilege to propose the toast to the newlyweds. May this day be the beginning of a new chapter in a love story that will endure forever and bring joy and happiness for countless years to come. May you always remember and honor the vows you made today, and let them be the strong foundation on which your life together will be built. Ladies and gentlemen, to Dave and Minji.